Welcome to the Money Mentors Podcast.
Welcome. I'm Gary Mattson of Mattson Financial Services. With me is Gerald Green, an advisor, as well as Jennifer, and more importantly, you. You're the one. You're here. We're doing this for you. Tune in. Listen to the little things that we're going to give you, the nuances, and it's kind of like being Tiger Woods. We're not going to change the game of golf. We're just going to take a stroke or two off your score, and that's going to put you into the winner's circle. You're not going to be number two. You're going to be number one.
You have to take a few strokes off that score for me to be in the winner's circle. More than a few, I should say.
At least with the game of golf, right?
We're talking, maybe like 25, 26, then it'll be competitive.
Yeah.
But, let's talk hockey for you. Then we're all set.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go. Yeah, then Gerald can be competitive there. But I think you're right, Gary. When it comes to the game of retirement, when we're talking about your investment strategy, a lot of times what you do, we're not talking about complete overhauls of someone's retirement strategy. A lot of times what you show our listeners is, hey, you've done a lot of the right things in terms of saving, putting those dollars away in your 401k. A lot of our listeners have made really good investment decisions too along the way. But when they get to retirement, just a few tweaks when it comes to tax strategy, income strategies, maximizing those returns for what they want to accomplish in retirement, that can make a really big difference in that retirement game, can't it?
It's funny because we talked to a client this last week. He said, looking back on it, when he engaged us, he spent way too much time making sure the money was going to last. He spent very little time what they're going to do with it. And they said that we have 20 more years in retirement. We have more than enough money to do everything we want to do. And now we're trying to figure that out, what we can do with family and all of those type of things. And he says, we didn't look at it that because we thought that the initial one should be that, are we going to have enough? And when you told us, Gary, we're going to have enough no matter what, we should have refocused immediately then. Now, they've been in retirement for about 6 years now. And we just reviewed with them that we have actually 3 years of profits that we've made that's in their income bucket.
Nice.
And they can increase that. Now they're talking about taking Social Security, what's going to be even more. So now it's like, okay, we got to share your view. In other words, we got to expand the view. You've been doing this. Now you want to do some more things with family? Add them because you can.
Yeah.
Take them with you now. Hey, spring break, take a family vacation with the family.
Take the whole family, right? Yeah. Maybe do a Disney trip. Again, start dreaming a little bit bigger. And those are the kinds
but if you're going to go to Disney, do the VIP part. So you don't stand in those lines because you have the money that you don't have to be worn out at the end of the day and only see three things.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It makes it worth it. Either that or go to Universal too. Like I've been to Disney enough times. I'm like, I can't do that again.
But Universal has a VIP program as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, I love when the plans adjust like this. And we know things always have to adjust. Your retirement roadmap isn't just a set it and forget it type thing. You're going to have events in your lifetime. You're going to have market events. You're going to have personal events, income and expense change. Your plan should be adapting with those changes in your life.
Exactly. And if it's going to be children getting married or, whatever that extra is that you didn't think about, it's going to come up. Right. And once you have somebody that comes in and sells you a product, like say, for example, we're going to give you this product and you're going to have a fixed income for the rest of your life. Sounds good, that is guaranteed, but it doesn't adjust for anything going forward. So if you put all your money, let's say, for example, into an annuity, we've heard people come through our door, says, hey, I did this. Did I make a mistake? Not only did you make a mistake, you made a big one. And so we can dig you out of it, but it's going to take some time. So don't make a commitment for something today that's going to last you 30, 35 years.
Real life lessons about your retirement. You're listening to the Money Mentors Podcast.
And Gerald, Gary, these are what I consider the lazy days of summer. And summer naps are the best, right? Especially on the weekends. Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of tempting to, simply let our money be lazy too, maybe checking on it only when we get those quarterly statements, which we've been getting lately, or maybe when the market moves big one way, up or down, one way or the other. But how do we keep it working for us when we do want to unplug a little bit more, take vacations this time of year, that kind of thing?
Well, the key here is have a plan going into that, right? Always be reviewing what are your allocations, how are things working in an up market, how are things working in a down market. Everyone talks about those. What people don't really talk about is what happens when that market trades sideways. It just doesn't really move, right? So are you really making money? You may have the risk and you've pulled the growth out, but now all of a sudden if things just kind of stay flat. There we go. How are you making money in that instance? There's a lot of great strategies anywhere from fixed income where you have bond portfolios that are going to pay you interest. You can look at dividends. You get paid just for owning that stock. So now the market could trade sideways for an entire year. You're still going to be making money from those dividends coming in. So there's a lot of different strategies that are passive that can build up that income even in a flat market.
And maybe you've been one of those that have a bank account and you got money in there and you have that much money there because you're getting free checking. And we look at this and go, really? Free checking? Let's look at what that costs. You know, you can get a money market out there for around 4% or a little bit better than that. So let's say they require you to put $25,000 in to get free checking. So 4%, that's $1,000. You're losing $1,000 a year for something that would cost you maybe $10, $12 a month. So you're going to give up, $1,000 for $200 of services. That does not make sense.
Right.
So once again, look at the money you have out there that you're thinking, okay, I'm getting a benefit. That's what we're talking about. A benefit. Is that benefit really worth it of what I'm paying for it? Especially because we have great rates out there, even what I call short rates. Even if you put it in there for a week, a month, or even up to a year, like Gerald was talking about, a 4% return or a little bit better, totally liquid, those are good numbers. And that's why it's so important to talk to a fiduciary. It's about what's best for you, not the advisor, the person trying to sell you something. So again, we had clients come in this last week and we talked about their travel fund and what they've got into this. And they said, we've got $60,000. Our son's going to get married. We're going off to Africa on safari. We're not going to need these for about 8 months. What should we do? And I said, move them out of that savings account into a money market. What? You're going to get 4%. So you're going to make $2,000 or $3,000. How much money could you spend just on trinkets and stuff on your travels? Or that $3,000 could pay for your son's wedding. The men, we have to pay for the booze, right?
Yeah.
Not the
bachelor party.
Yeah, you're thinking about the hard stuff, yeah. But you got to pay for the, what do they call it, Jennifer, where you practice?
The rehearsal dinner?
The
right?
rehearsal dinner.
Yes.
Rehearsal dinner, and then, of course, you're supposed to host the bar. Those are, quote, traditionals.
Yep.
That could do almost half of that, if not more. So,
True.
again, look at the assets that may not making you something. They're comfortable assets. You don't have to put in the market. You don't have to put them into somebody's going to pay for it. Look where you can put it to get some extra dollars for you.
Want weekly lessons from your money mentors? Yes. Hit the subscribe button now and listen every weekend on Wood Radio.
The opinions expressed in this program are for general informational purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult your financial advisor prior to investing. Any past performance discussed during this program is no guarantee of future results. Fee-based financial planning and investment services are offered by Matson Financial Services, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Insurance products and services offered through Lakeview Financial Group, LLC, Matson Financial Services, LLC, and Lakeview Financial Group are affiliated. To find out if Matson Financial Services is licensed in your state, please call 800-536-8907.